What's going on, guys? It's SciA. In this video I wanted to talk to you guys about video camera accessories. This doesn't include any kind of tripods, mounts, or video grips. I covered that in a recent video. However, I wanted to make a video to outline some essential accessories that any beginner who recently may have just bought a camera that they should think about purchasing before they purchase anything else. So I kind of put together a little list of some accessories that helped me out when I first got started, and hopefully you guys will find this useful. I'll leave links in the description like always to any of the products that I talk about, but let's get started. Alright, the first accessory someone should buy when they buy a camera, and this might seem obvious, but it's going to be your camera bag. Now, you want to protect your main investment, which is your camera. In order to make videos, you need your video camera, and you need a safe place for it. So treat it as you would any kind of iPhone or smartphone device that you'd buy a case for. You want to buy something for it that fits properly, it's snug, it's not going to get knocked around, you'll be able to take everything you need with you. So this, for me, was a perfect accessory to get when I first started out, and that's the Nikon Deluxe digital SLR camera case. You can pick it up for around $40 on Amazon. It might be cheaper now, but this is a perfect size camera bag for anyone that doesn't have a lot of equipment. They just basically have their camera, maybe a few other things, but everything I mentioned in this video actually fit into this camera bag eventually. So I end up using this for I think about a year and a half before I upgraded to a bigger bag. This will definitely get you guys started, and it's definitely useful for the price. Definitely think about picking this one up. The next thing might seem obvious, but it's a cleaning kit. Any professional, any amateur will tell you that they always keep a cleaning kit with them, and it's something I would recommend. I purchased this cleaning kit on Walmart for around 15 bucks, really cheap, worth the money. Think about it, compared to how much it would cost to repair the lens, for 15 bucks you really can't beat the price. And it's something that whether you buy this one or you find one that's even cheaper, just make sure you have the proper tools to clean your lenses when you're out there filming. You don't want to scratch your lenses, so protect your investment and get yourself a cleaning kit. The next accessory I want to talk to you guys about are going to be batteries for your camera. The camera that I use is a Nikon D5500 and D3300. So the batteries that I buy are Nikon EN-EL14A rechargeable lithium-ion batteries. They go for around $40 on Amazon. I have about 4 extra batteries that I use and I keep in my camera bag. One thing that a lot of people make a mistake when they first start filming is they don't buy enough battery packs. And what happens is they get out in the field and they try to shoot in a video, and either their battery dies or camera dies, they don't have a backup battery, and they just end up having to cut into their workflow, and it kind of ruins the tempo of whatever you're filming, and you could miss certain shots. So it's worth the investment. Out of all the things I'm going to mention on this list, this is something that's definitely a priority. So if you're on a budget, I would definitely recommend you picking up an extra battery, at least one of your primary focuses. Because if you're going to get into video, you want at least 1 extra battery. And if you could afford it, get as many as you could afford, really. The next accessory is an external microphone. I purchased this Rode VideoMic Go on Amazon for around 100 bucks. It might be a little cheaper now, but it should be roughly in that area. Although many cameras might produce great video quality, they tend to lack on the audio end. And as important it is to have great video, it's also just as important to have great audio. If you're going to be serious about getting into video, I cannot stress enough how important it is to pick yourself up some form of external microphone. Whether you go with the Rode mics or you pick a different brand, external microphones are going to be your key to having better professional videos. I could guarantee it. The next accessory I'm going to talk about is another audio alternative. This is an Intech IT Lavalier recording microphone, and this is a recording mic that you use for smartphones and tablet devices. This is a great alternative to when you don't have your subject directly in front of the camera, but you still need to pick up his audio. Now, if you've ever seen any kind of interview, or if you've ever seen any kind of talk shows, you often see these type of microphones being used. Traditionally, they usually use wireless microphones. However, if you're on a budget, this is a great option. This basically connects to your smartphone device through an app. You plug it in your pocket, connect the microphone to your lapel, hit play, and then you sync it up in post-edit, but the audio quality is great. I'm actually using one right now to record this video. That's where the audio is coming from. But this Lavalier mic by Intech is definitely a great option for anyone that's on a budget but wants to be recording interview-style videos, or if they're looking to do pranks and they don't want to know there's a camera around. I would definitely consider a Lavalier microphone in your accessories. The next accessory I want to talk to you guys about are going to be lenses. The first lens I ever bought was a Nikon zoom lens. It was a 55 to 200 millimeter lens. I picked it up on Nikon USA for around 200 bucks. Now personally for me, this was a perfect fit for my camera because the kit lens that came with my D3300 was 18 to 55 millimeters, and then this lens that I bought was 55 millimeters to 200. So basically picking up this lens allowed me to cover a range of 18 to 200 millimeters, and that's perfect for me. But before you purchase any new lens for your camera, First, do some research, find out what type of lenses work best for what scenarios, kind of figure out what kind of work or what kind of videos you're going to be shooting, and then go ahead and find what lenses work best for that. Not all lenses are made the same. Some do certain things better than others, so it's important to do that research before you make another investment. Lenses will be one of your biggest purchases you will make throughout the years, so it's important to buy something that's going to be useful to you. The next accessory I want to talk to you guys about are Wi-Fi mobile adapters. These are devices that connect your camera to your phone. Now some cameras now, my new camera does, my D5500 does, most of these come built into most new cameras. However, I would check your owner's manual to see if yours does or not. If it doesn't, this is definitely something I would recommend picking up. This basically allows you to take images directly from your camera as you shoot them on the field and transfer them onto your phone without having to plug it into a computer. No hassles, easy, and it allows you to easily take those photos from your camera and then go on and upload them to your Instagram, your Facebook, whatever kind of social networks you're using. You could basically get those great high-res images from your camera and incorporate them with your social networks without having to use a computer. And it makes it much easier, especially if you're photographing from live events. This is very useful. But this is definitely something I would consider picking up if your camera doesn't already have this feature built in. The next accessory I would recommend is a wireless remote control for your camera. I bought this Nikon wireless remote control on Nikon USA for around 20 bucks. This is a great thing to have when combined with a tripod, especially if you're having your camera set to a low shutter speed and you don't want to limit any shake. You're going to get higher res images from this, basically because you're not touching the shutter button to take the images and everything's happening wirelessly. So this is something I would recommend if you do a lot of portrait photography or your camera's on a tripod, or if you plan to do a lot of videos where you're going to be the subject that's on camera but you also need to operate the camera from a distance. Say you need to hit record or press play, you could do so without having to get up every time. It just makes things much easier. So this is something I would definitely recommend to anyone who will be taking videos of themselves or primarily working on their own and need to be able to control the camera from a distance. The next accessory I want to talk to you guys about are going to be external flashes. Now, every camera has a built-in flash. They're not great. I'm not going to go into this in much detail, but this external flash that I bought was a Precision Design DSLR 400V. It's a high-powered flash that I picked up on Amazon for around 45 bucks. An external flash is the perfect accessory for shooting in low-light situations or if you're shooting telephoto pictures or video. This is something you definitely want to have. It'll help, but lighting is very important, especially when you're trying to reduce red eye and stuff like that. External flashes will help with that. The next accessory I'd like to talk to you guys about is the Polaroid Intervellometer. It's a shutter release timer remote control that I picked up on Amazon for around 30 bucks. An intervellometer is basically something that allows you to shoot time-lapse photography. It allows you to control the shutter speed, it allows you to control the shutter length, the intervals and when it's taken. It's a great thing to have. Now, many cameras like mine have this feature built in, so check your owner's manual to see if your camera does. If not, you definitely want to have this on hand. Now, the last accessory isn't necessarily essential, but it's something that'll add a nice little touch to all your videos and your photography. I bought this Camalapse device on Amazon for around 30 bucks. And what this is, it allows you to set a timer and have a pan time-lapse view of whatever it is you're trying to take a video of. I'll show you an example now. As you can see, the camera moves on its own as you're doing a time-lapse. Just a really nice effect. Now, this device will work great with any kind of smaller camera. Your DSLRs will work if they're center balanced. However, I wouldn't recommend this for using them on. This is primarily for GoPros, LE cameras, smaller cameras, POV, or any kind of point and shoot cameras. This is what I would recommend picking up. This is a nice little device. Like I said, not essential, but definitely something you might want to recommend. I hope you guys found this video useful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them for you. And if you have any questions on any of the products that I bought, I'll leave links in the descriptions. Other than that, you guys have a great day.